Recently, I've been getting into Skyrim again. A couple of my friends started playing it for the first time, and the way that they played it, really sinking their teeth into the game, it inspired me to pick it up again. Well, I had a lot of mods, and right when I wanted to pick it up again, Skyrim updated. All of my mods stopped working. I had close to 900. So, rather than go through and update all of my mods individually, reshape my load order for the 1000th time, I decided, to hell with it, I'm gonna play vanilla Skyrim. It's been long enough, and all you have to say about how that went is, I completely killed what Skyrim is. I don't want to do another nostalgia montage because I already did that with Minecraft a while back, but I feel like it's necessary for this video to make sense, so bear with me for a moment. I actually first learned about Skyrim through Minecraft. They had a mashup pack on the Xbox 360 edition that I bought and played with, and loved. A few months later, I went over to one of my parents' friends' house, and their son, who was a little bit older than me, had a copy of Skyrim. I was familiar with that mashup pack, so I was like, hey, I know this, could you load it up? And he did. I distinctly remember him going to Markarth and showing me all of the weapons and armor in the smithing menu. I know it may sound stupid, but that hooked me. I wanted to play that game so bad. That same year, I think, around my birthday, I had just gotten my hands on my most anticipated game ever. Disney Infinity 3.0, I'm not joking. And then I got this knock on the door. It was that friend. He was selling his Xbox 360 to get a PS4, and he was giving me a bunch of old games that he didn't need anymore. And at the top of the pile, lo and behold, was Skyrim. And I played the hell out of that game. I also annoyed the hell out of that friend with how much I talked about Skyrim pretty much every time I saw him. I went for an Argonian on my first playthrough, made it to around level 20, and I just kind of threw that character out the window when the special edition came out a little over a year later. After a year or so of going with the legendary Stealth Archer playthrough, I started downloading mods off of Bethesda's website, or the built-in creation menu, and I hadn't played vanilla Skyrim since. That was 2017. So for the last 7 years, I have pretty much only played modded Skyrim. So when I was essentially forced to play vanilla for the first time in almost a decade, I was kind of blown away. A while back, I made a video called Skyrim, the best game made by the worst company, and in that video, I said this. I don't want to start claiming that this game is totally unplayable without mods, or is inherently worse because mods make it so much better. I mean, what a horrible statement. Mods do not make this game better, mods make this game different. A lot of mods are focused on modernizing this game, changing the combat, visuals, audio, content, everything. And while I see where people are coming from with mods like that, and I've even partaken in that community, that's not Skyrim. This, what you're looking at right here, looks great, but it's not Skyrim. Now, disclaimer, I am not playing Skyrim 100% vanilla. There are a couple of mods that I do have installed. I have Beyond Skyrim Bruma and Worm's Tooth purely for the extra content, Bandoliers and Stones of Baranzaya quest markers for small quality of life stuff, and this. However, I feel like all of these mods are within what Bethesda could have realistically done within the game. And Dracula Flow Mudcrabs. Anyway, I had gotten so used to heavily modded Skyrim that my memories of vanilla Skyrim were tainted. I viewed it as a poorly optimized, mediocre graphics, broken mess of a game. I was right, but there's nothing wrong with that. Skyrim is perfect in many ways. It has one of the best open worlds in any game ever, some of the most memorable random NPCs in any game ever, and some of the most iconic moments in gaming history. But it also has a lot of faults. It's very buggy, the voice acting is just not great. Narratively, it's very surface level, graphically it hasn't aged the best, but the negatives don't make it bad. It honestly adds charm. One of the reasons why the open world is so good is that the narrative often takes a back seat. Like, for example, at one point in my playthrough, a dragon attacked Riverwood, killing Alvor and his wife, whose name I can't remember. Some of the first people that I met in Skyrim. With Hadvar away fighting in the war, I adopted their daughter, Dorothy. Now, I'm sure I'm not the only person that this has happened to, but that's one of the most memorable moments I've ever had in this game. And it all happened because of random chance. That wasn't a cutscene. The narrative took a back seat. It's also why the iconic moments are so iconic. When we're in a place where we're in total control and something happens that's totally out of our control, it sticks with us. One of the reasons why Skyrim NPCs are so memorable is because of the not great voice acting. Like, if I have to hear one more guard go, "Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard, vampire hunters or something, in the old fort near Riften, thought about going up there and joining up myself," I will kill somebody in Minecraft. But that guard sticks with me because it's not an award-winning performance, and that makes it infinitely funnier. The bugs in this game kind of give it character because they don't make the game unplayable, and when you see them, it's also memorable. Now, that doesn't give Bethesda license to put bugs in their game, but I'm gonna be real, it is pretty funny. Basically, the perfection of Skyrim is that the good keeps you playing, but the bad makes it memorable, and if you try to eliminate the faults of this game with mods, turn it into a well-polished, essentially glitchless experience, it's still good, but it's not as memorable. I honestly can't tell you one thing that I did when I was playing modded Skyrim, but I can tell you stories of what I've done over the last month playing basically without mods. Now, hold your horses, this isn't me saying, ew, mods bad. Mod developers put in hours upon hours of work, totally free, to deliver well-made, incredible work. And I do think that it's a crime if we, as a community, don't give them props or experience what they created, especially given how well Bethesda themselves has treated them in a lot of ways. However, I also think that these heavily modded versions of Skyrim that I see on YouTube every now and again lose what made Skyrim great. The fact that it's not perfect. So I'm making this video for two reasons. One, to say that I was wrong in saying that Skyrim needs mods to be better. It's perfect the way it is, and I'm happy that I'm enjoying it as much as I am right now. Like, I'm truly having the most fun I have ever had with this game. Second, I'm making this video as a tribute to how good Skyrim is. This game really is amazing. This community is amazing, and it really has earned its spot in the history books in my eyes. Bethesda does not suck because of how they handled Skyrim's remaster. I think they made it look like a top-notch game from 2011 on purpose, to keep that imperfection there. But they do suck for other reasons. My rediscovery of Skyrim has hinged on me just adoring this game's imperfections. Rather than seeing what Bethesda messed up with this game as some sort of massive blight on an otherwise amazing product, I've been looking at it through the same wonder-filled eyes that I saw this game through almost a decade ago. Skyrim is genuinely a top 3 game for me from now on. Easily. And all it took was taking a step back, stripping back the identity that I mistakenly put onto this game. And if I can be completely honest, I'm a vanilla player from here on out. And Dracula Flow Mudcrabs. I wanted to thank all of you guys for watching this video, and I'll see y'all Sunday after next. I'll take my leave then.